Beef.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your man, Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So, before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button on the video, and if you have anything to say, hit me up in the comments section. But this is some crazy news right here. As soon as I seen this, it really tripped me out, especially coming off of that fight with ARTUR BETERBIEV, defending his belts against Anthony Yarde, and after defending those belts, the one fight that we wanted as boxing fans was a unification fight against DMITRY BIVOL so we can be able to get undisputed in the light heavyweight division. Comes to find out that Mauricio Sulaiman is blocking undisputed, so ARTUR BETERBIEV can defend the WBC belt against his mandatory in CALLUM SMITH. That's boxing for you guys. But this is coming out in BoxingNews24.com, where it states, WBC President shuts down BETERBIEV versus Bivol. ARTUR must fight CALLUM SMITH next. And in this article, it goes on to state, WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman says IBF, WBC, WBO light heavyweight champion ARTUR BETERBIEV must defend against his WBC mandatory challenger CALLUM SMITH, and he can't face WBA champ DMITRY BIVOL as he would like to. It also goes on to state in the article, Bivol is ineligible to fight BETERBIEV because the WBC prohibits Russian fighters from fighting for their titles. Although BETERBIEV is Russian, he lives and fights out of Montreal, Canada. This means BETERBIEV will need to face CALLUM SMITH next unless Bivol asks for an exemption or an exception, or if ARTUR vacates the WBC title. Since BETERBIEV and Bivol are interested in fighting for the undisputed championship at 175, vacating the WBC belt is not an option. And it also goes on to state in an excerpt from an interview that Mauricio Sulaiman had where he says, at this moment, I insist there has not been a petition from DMITRY BIVOL. For us, the mandatory fight is next, said WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman to Izquierdazo, whatever it says, about ARTUR BETERBIEV needing to defend against his WBC mandatory CALLUM SMITH next. Bivol has not approached WBC to ask for an exemption. At our last convention, we were very clear about our position in relation to fighters from Russia and Belarus, and that is the case with Bivol, quote. Now, with this news coming out, not only do we have a roadblock with the WBC wanting ARTUR BETERBIEV to defend that WBC belt against CALLUM SMITH, who was the mandatory, but you got to do like DMITRY BIVOL, who is a Russian fighter, and they are prohibited from fighting for the titles because they have been taking off the rankings, and they are prohibited, like I said, for fighting from those titles. And I actually forgot that they even made that rule because of that damn Ukraine war, but that came out last year when the WBC made that rule, where it came out stating, the WBC removes Russian and Belarusian boxers from world rankings. The WBC has removed Russian and Belarusian boxers from its world rankings due to the war in Ukraine, although athletes from the two nations based elsewhere may be reconsidered on a case-by-case basis. So even though if they're from Russia or the Belarus, if they live elsewhere, then they can be able to kind of do it on a case-by-case basis. DMITRY BIVOL actually lives in Russia, so I'm not really sure how that will go. But the main thing that I heard Mauricio Sulaiman say in that damn interview is that DMITRY BIVOL can request an exemption. So the first thing that DMITRY BIVOL's team needs to be doing is sending or requesting an exemption from the WBC so they can be able to unify with the dude like ARTUR BETERBIEV. That's the first thing that he needs to do. And a dude like Eddie Hearn is not going to do it, just for the simple fact is, even though DMITRY BIVOL fights on DAZN, Eddie Hearn is not his promoter. As a matter of fact, let me see. DMITRY BIVOL's promoter is Vadim Kornilov. So he has a totally different promoter. He's not promoted by Eddie Hearn. He just fights on DAZN. So this dude, Vadim Kornilov, whoever this promotion company is, they need to be requesting an exemption from the WBC so they can be able to get a unification fight between DMITRY BIVOL and ARTUR BETERBIEV. And a dude like Eddie Hearn ain't really going to give a damn about that because he promotes CALLUM SMITH, who is the mandatory to ARTUR BETERBIEV. So it would not blow past me if a dude like Eddie Hearn is pushing all that he can for his fighter CALLUM SMITH to be able to get that damn fight with ARTUR BETERBIEV next, all right, you guys? So with that being stated, it just is what it is, but with all the roadblocks that are being put in the way right now, we're not going to get DMITRY BIVOL versus ARTUR BETERBIEV next. It ain't going to happen. I'm sorry to tell you guys, but this is just boxing for you. This is one of the main things that pisses me off about boxing with all of the politics and stuff like that, but it is what it is. Hopefully, we can get it on down the line if DMITRY BIVOL is able to get an exemption, but right now, we are definitely not going to be getting that damn fight as fans, all right, you guys? So with that being stated, I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of questions, any kind of comments, hit me up in the comment section and I'll be sure to hit you guys up, all right? So I hope you liked the video. Holla at your man.